Hi there, hi fellow entrepreneurs. My name is Sika, the entrepreneur. I am a phone accessory business expert. I've actually been doing this business for the past 4 years, and there are so many lessons that I've learned on the way, and that's why I've created this YouTube channel for me to share my experiences to those that wish to get started, and to also those that have already started and they wish to move a higher step. I thank God that today I'm managing to learn two businesses. I'm having two shops right now. There's one here where I am, and the other one that I recently established. And I can say that with doing all these things, it's just it has just come to me with a lot of experiences, a lot of failures to learn from, a lot of mistakes to learn from. And luckily enough, we are still going on, and that's one thing that I really appreciate God about. Yeah. So if you meet me on this YouTube channel, be rest assured to say the things that you learn on this channel, they're actually practical. I don't only go on Google and Google the stuff to tell you about, but I only get my own experiences to tell you of the things I did, to tell you of the things that have happened in my life and my business, so that you also be able to lubricate. What I know is that business is always, you can apply it anywhere. Like principles that guide the business, that you can apply them anywhere. If at all the same principles that I'm using in Purungu, you can use them in Lusaka. It can still work as long as you're applying the same principles the same way, right? So having that said, let me also tell you that there is a book that I've written about the phone accessory business. So this book is already available. I finished the book, and that book, that's a book that can help you get started. I've shared my experience, a lot of things that I've not even talked about on this platform, but in that book I have shared a lot of things with regards to phone accessories. How can someone establish the phone accessories? I've talked about that from the ground. You don't have anything. How do you establish, what systems do you need to put in place for you to do that? So all those things are included in the book. And I've also shared my experience on how I started this interest of phone accessories, and how I turned the interest into something that is tangible, a business that I can even talk about today. So when you get that book, you're actually home and dry. So that book is actually in PDF file. So if I tell you are interested, I'm only charging I'm selling it at $5 US. That's the only money I'm charging it on. So the book is already available. And if at all you are interested, you'd love to read the book, my WhatsApp number is +260 979 510170, +260 979 510170. Then you get me there. All right, guys. So today I want to talk about how I experienced money loss and how I also managed to bounce back. Okay, so let me state this before I go any further. There are many things that you're going to do right. Okay, there are these situations whereby you've done everything right, you've put everything in place, like you've done the part which is right. Okay, everything you think to say, okay, this is the thing that I needed to do, you have done it, and everything is moving smooth and everything is moving right. Okay, so there are still circumstances that will come, not because you have not done things right, but because you've done things right, and yet still there will be those circumstances that are just beyond your control, and then when they come over, they will actually disturb you, and somehow you might even lose money. Okay, so with regards to this, there's an experience that I have of the things that happened. I was just still growing, and at a certain point, when I was just it was just a time of expanding. Like I was still in the small booth, then I wanted to expand. I expanded within just few months of expansion, you guys. Then thieves broke into the shop and I lost a lot of things. Imagine, you are just in your starting phases, you've been in business for about 8 months, and then thieves come. You've struggled, I'm starting with a small capital, mind you. I only started with 1,800, and then at a point whereby I've struggled all these past few months to make sure that the capital increases. I'm investing every day to beat things, everything. I'm doing everything right. Okay, but there just comes this moment whereby it is beyond my control. I'm home and I'm coming here at work. Then I find that my booth has been destroyed, and people entered inside and they got stuff. When I entered, I discovered that I lost some phones. There were small itel phones that I was selling. I lost them. I also lost speakers, Bluetooth speakers. I lost them. I also lost chargers. And to make matters worse, I lost a lot of phone covers. And at that time, I was thinking, okay, phone covers are making a lot of money. So then I invested a lot in phone covers. So when people came over, they saw phone covers, they were planning something else. Okay. So guys, they entered and they took almost everything. You see, you are starting, and when people steal from you, they have stolen everything that you have. Yeah, so when I looked at the situation, it was really hard for me, guys. Like, I was thinking, what is it that I'm gonna do? Like, I'm only starting. These guys, how can they get everything? You see, it was an unforeseen circumstance. I wasn't thinking about it, and then it just came in like that. And then I have to get back. Okay, I have to get back to the way I was, when I was getting started, even worse than that. Okay, so then what is it that I'm gonna do? What is it I'm gonna do? It was really a tough moment, you guys, and I want to hedge you as well. As you start the business, there are things that will happen to you that you will not even plan for them. There are things that will happen despite you doing everything right, but there'll be those things that will actually happen to test your grounds. And that's why I tell people to say, when you want to start a business, don't only start because you see me doing it, and maybe you feel okay, you can also do it and all that. Don't start because of that. Okay, start a business because you've fallen in love with that business, and despite everything that happens, you can still stand your grounds. Also, this is what was happening, guys. So when I saw that this is what has happened, um one good part about building a business, it doesn't only come like you've grabs it. Okay, so if you build a business, you not only build a business, but you are going to build your experience. Okay, so if at all something wrong happens, you just get back to the same experience. Meaning, the only thing that I did wasn't actually to sit on that, but I just went back. What did I do to reach this far? Okay, so I went on to repeat the same course that I did. Okay, so this is what I was doing. Okay, I was buying every day. I was ordering every day. Whatever thing that I sell, I could order this next day and all that. So that is an experience that I built. So when such things happened, I just had to go back to how I was, to what I was doing, things that I did that worked. So that is one thing that I can tell you as well. That's why I always tell people to say, don't always start with a lot of money. No, start with small money. Why? Because you want to build experience. You want to build from literally nothing for to build your brand somewhere up there. So if you have to be that person, if you go through that process, it means whatever happens on your way, you'll be able to repeat the same things that you did for you to get back into track. So 3 months down the line, because I'd experienced now than even the experience I had when I was starting. So 3 months down the line, I managed to bounce back, and I had a lot of stock, and things started moving smooth. Okay, so that's about it, guys. So when you go through money loss, you will go through it. That's not something that we can jump. You actually go through it. But what is it exactly that you must do for you to get back? Do exactly the same things that you did that got you there. Okay, so if there is nothing that you did, there's no experience that you have, it's likely that your business is going to fail, and there's nowhere you're going to go. So build resilience. And I want to take this opportunity to tell all those guys that are actually building as well, those guys that are starting small, those guys that feel like maybe don't have enough money, things are not moving well. That is a beautiful experience. Okay, that is a beautiful experience, because you don't know what comes after that. Okay, so if I tell you jump that stage, it will be difficult for you when you face a challenge. I faced the challenge of people stealing from me. I don't know the challenge that you are going to face as well. Okay, you might maybe face something that is even huge than what I faced. So what is it that you're going to do? The experience that you've built over time, that is why you're going to lean back and actually get yourself back into track. So that's about it, guys. And I think this is a message that I have for you guys. And I hope that those guys that are aspiring to get started, you're already starting. you need to build the system. I've talked about the system in my book, how you can build the system. What system of people do you need for you to get started? Maybe perhaps you are very far away and you might need this and that. Just build a system. Build a system. How to build a system? I've written that in my book. Okay, so guys, make sure you read that book. Make sure you read it. It's only $5 and I'm going to send you the book. You read it, it will get you started. Okay, so for now, it's bye bye guys. See you in the next video.